This is a tour around Charlotte, and I named this Soul Food. The reason why I named this video Soul Food is because a lot of times, most people want to know three things about where they plan on relocating. They want to know how the food is, the job market, well actually four if you have children. The third one being entertainment, things to do. And the fourth one is if you have children, the public school system. So I've covered everything with the exception of food. You understand? And I'm gonna do things totally different. Throughout all of these videos that I've done, I've showed you all different places that, different restaurants and chain restaurants and whatever have you. Throughout these tours, I've showed you all different places where you can eat. But the thing of it is that what we need to be concerned about is what we actually eat at home. Because a lot of people, specifically Northerners, don't cook. And I can't blame them because, I used to live in New York and I know how the hustle and bustle is. It's a fast-paced environment. And the reality of it is that at the end of the day, you don't have time to cook. That's the problem. You understand? And my point in making is that being that you don't have time to cook, you pick up something that's fast. And most of the time, when you pick up something that's fast, it's not good for you. Come on, think about it. If it takes someone, let's say for example, McDonald's, if it takes them 5 minutes to make a hamburger, and if you ground up some beef, you put the beef patties together, like I used to eat meat, I'm a vegetarian now, but I used to eat meat, so I knew the whole joint, I knew how to make a hamburger, so I would take the ground beef, put it in a bowl, put Lipton mix in it, the onion mix, and then put an egg in there, and boom, put it into the egg will keep it together, the ground beef that is. Boom, throw it in the skillet, and it would take 5-10 minutes for it for me to flip it. So an average hamburger made at home would take about 10-15 minutes for it to be a fully cooked hamburger, not a medium rare. But it's taking McDonald's 5 minutes to make it? No. So at the end of the day, I recommend people to cook more at home more. And that, yes, true indeed, you're gonna be enticed by these restaurants. Yes, true indeed, you're gonna be enticed by, because we're in the South, you're gonna be enticed by the soul food. But at the end of the day, that food is definitely not good for your soul. It's just that plain and simple. It's nothing complicated about it. And this is the negative that most people don't talk about because it's personal. And when it gets personal, the reason why people don't like talking about it is because it's all about you looking in the mirror and saying to yourself, I need to fix myself. And most people don't want to fix themselves. They don't want change. But this is the reason why when you come to Charlotte, you'll see people running and walking their dogs and stuff like that. But most of them not trying to be funny or white. While in the black neighborhoods, the blacks that eat soul food, the collard greens with the turkey neck in it, the macaroni and cheese, the potato salad, the chitlins, the mashed potatoes with gravy and big biscuits. Most of them, they're diabetics. They suffer from heart disease. They got prostate cancer, colon cancer. They're taking all types of pills. They're overweight, out of shape, out of breath. And these are the ones that's dying from COVID-19 instantly because their immune system is already at an all-time low. So when the coronavirus comes in, it's like, I can't fight that, and they just die. And this is what people don't really talk about as far as dealing with the South. Our problem with soul food. Because it's all it's a culture here. Come on, young man, come on over here. Let me put some meat on your bones. You gonna feed me that? I remember when my great-grandfather was alive, right? Never forget it. I would go over their house, right? They didn't have an electric stove until 1996, 97, if I'm not mistaken. Prior to that, they had a wooden stove. I don't know if you all know what a wooden stove is, but if you don't, I'll feel free to let you know and tell you. Wooden stove is a steel stove, and you open up the aisle and you put the wood in it and you light it up. And that's how they cook their food. So every morning when I used to visit for the summers, I would go over there, not all the time, but I would go over there and they would have these big breakfasts, right? Now taking heed, it's 80, 90 degrees outside, but it's 135,000 inside the kitchen because they don't have air conditioning. And they got this stove that's cooking, a wooden stove, and it's hot. Like you can't even touch the whole stove because it's all made out of metal, steel. So we sit down and we eat the food, right? Biscuits, this big. I mean, I'm talking about homemade biscuits made with buttermilk, this big. Bacon, the slabs of bacon, this thick. Grits, like you would stir it and it would be like you were stirring cement. Then they had ham. This is what they had on the plate, on the kitchen table every time I would go over there. Period. So guess what? Guess who was the first to die? My great-grandfather. Went to the bathroom one day, he was pissing out blood. My Aunt Rosina, my Aunt Odessa was the last to die. My Uncle Shug, he had his foot amputated because he had diabetes, but he kept on eating that soul food. And my point in making is they kept on eating that soul food. I had Aunt Andrea, my Uncle Robert, all of them are dead. And everybody's walking around like, I don't know what's the problem. I don't see how I got cancer. I don't know how I got diabetes. It's because your eating habits are atrocious. In other words, the soul food is killing you. That plain and simple. I got a grandmother right now that's popping pills. And she'll be the first one to be on some shit like, I don't know how I heard, that these kids are popping pills. You doing it too. You doing Percocets and all the rest of that. You doing it too. Because you got heart disease, high blood pressure, diabetes, this. And it just doesn't make sense, man. We definitely need to stop. Black people, y'all need to just take a break from eating out. Period. It's just that plain and simple. And I'm not trying to be rough with you. And, I don't even consider this being as tough love. This is just the truth. This is just the truth. And this just doesn't go for black people because white people eat soul food too. They eat shitty, but I'm telling you, they're way more healthier than us. They may eat that soul food, but they don't eat that shit every day. That plain and simple. It's just that plain and simple. It's nothing complicated about it. So when I tell people I eat quinoa, wild rice, and I juice every day, and it's like I'm talking like this. They don't understand it. They don't understand it. This is not the time to make your external look good, but your internal is messed up. So here you are putting on makeup and you're wondering why. Let me take it back. Here you are putting on makeup and you got bumps all over your face and you're putting on makeup to hide those bumps, not knowing that at the end of the day, the reason why you have those bumps is because your body is telling you, hey, I'm breaking out because of your eating habits. Straight up. Let me tell you something. I'm not perfect. You know what I'm saying? I'm a vegetarian. I'm not a vegan. I go back and forth, but for the most part, I'm a vegetarian. So because at the end of the day, I was born in New York, so the cheese slice, come on, I got to have it every now and then. It's in my blood. So one day, not one day, this past summer, I went on a cheese spree. And I'm not trying to be, nasty or nothing, but throughout the course of the days, I would fart. When you're farting, it's telling you, your body is telling you that your digestive system is not working right. It's unleashing gases out of your ass. And black people are most of us are lactose intolerant anyway. I would fart and I would have diarrhea. The minute I stopped eating the cheese, it stopped. And let me tell you something, man. I'm not perfect. I know as you all can see, I'm not perfect, man. I need to tighten up. I need to get myself right. But at least I'm attempting. At least I'm trying by going to the gym, by eating better. Some of you all are not. Some of you all just will move from where you at, and you had the same badass eating habits in Charlotte that you had in New York, or that you had in Houston, or that you had in Chicago, or that you had in California. I told you all, and throughout all these videos, this is a life-changing moment for you, meaning that you just don't change your environment. This is you changing yourself in and out. So I'm the type of person that'll talk about the problem, but I want to give the solution, right? And I'm going to show you a few supplements that I take that you might want to take, yourself. Now, these supplements that I take, I put them in my juice every morning. You understand? So I juice, I use apples, pineapples, carrots, blackberries, blueberries, you name it. I mix it up and then I put the supplements in. So I'm gonna show you. So I use spirulina, elderberry powder, maca powder, goji berry powder, and the big shebang bang. This guy that I bought this product from, Derek. His name is Derek Products, and it came in this nice jazzy bag. This is the big shebang bang. Now I will tell y'all what spirulina, elderberry, and all of that does. But listen, I'm trying to make this short. Do your research, because that's the thing. Like, a lot of times we tell people, certain things, and it's more adventurous if you find out on your own rather than me telling you. Like, that goes to show that you really want to learn, because you're that eager to look it up yourself. It's easy for me to tell you about spirulina. It's easy for me to tell you about elderberry and maca powder and goji berry powder, and when I get it, moringa. It's easy for me to do that. No, you do the research. I'm gonna leave that up to you. Last but not least, Seamoss. Yo, he got the best on the market, yo. Look at that. So you look it up, man. So with this is different. I don't just throw it in the juice, you know what I'm saying? What I do is I clean it, because it's been in the sea, the ocean, the bed of the ocean. So I clean it, I rinse it, because it's sea salt all in it. I rinse it, and then after that I pour water in it and I let it sit for 2 days, and then it gets real like I don't know, like rubbery, like, right? And then I put it in a blender, put water in it, and then it's kind of like a liquid, like kind of thick liquid, right? And then I put it in a bin, put it in the refrigerator, and it comes out, it's solid. So then I just take a clump of it, drop it in the juice, blend it up, and I drink it. So yeah, man, I'm not saying that you need to be a vegetarian. I mean, hell, if you eat pork, you want to continue eating pork, eat it. But I will say this, that I will ask you that if you're gonna eat any type of animal, make sure that it's kosher meat and that you eat it sparingly. Meaning that throughout the week, maybe you might eat it 2 to 3 times out of the week. And that's it. Let me tell you this, man, before I get off. Most people that eat meat really can be vegetarians. They just choose not to. In other words, what I'm saying is that most of the time, all you're looking for is the texture of the meat and the taste, meaning the seasons. Do this. If you don't believe me, try eating a steak without A1 steak sauce or it being seasoned, period. Try to eat it and you'll see just how nasty it tastes. So if you can get the texture, right, and the seasoning, and it not be meat, you'll probably eat it. Yo, let me tell you something. Try putting a portobello mushroom, not the small ones, like the ones that's big, that's round. Put that in the oven, put it on 350, let it sit, let it cook for a couple minutes. You'll see it being done when it gets done. Put it in a bun, put some lettuce, tomatoes, onions, all of the condiments that you normally use in a burger, and bite into it. And I bet you, it ain't gonna taste 100% like a regular hamburger, but I tell you, it will be damn near close to it. Other than that, man, take care of your body. Take care of yourself. I hope that I've been some type of help towards you. Other than that, I want you to like, comment, subscribe, and definitely share this video.